just want to take a moment and invite you, if you live locally in the Fate, Rockwall area, General Dallas area, and you would like to participate in a small group that is going to be very focused in its purpose. And the purpose of this small group is I felt God leading me to develop a discipleship program for us to take overseas and to generate materials for training for our kids, for our youth, for our young adults overseas as a foundation for what we're doing. And that discipleship program is going to be, I believe, very powerful. And so I'm looking at doing a small group here in the area that would be a test group, if you will, one that we walk through and help develop the materials. Three types of people should consider this group. First of all, if you want to just strengthen your faith in God, you want to increase your dynamic walk with God, of course, the group would be for you. But more importantly, do you want to communicate your faith in God to others in a way that is easily received? And that's important, that we learn to communicate in a receptive way. We're setting the stage for the Holy Spirit to work in people's lives. Of course, we have the command found in Matthew chapter 28, verse 19, therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We have that command, the great commandment to go. And so we want to, or the Great Commission to go. And we want to be a part of that. But in order to be a part of that, you need to have some tools available to you. So that's one type of person. You're wanting to develop your ministry skills. You're wanting to understand better your relationship with God. The group is going to be excellent for that. The other type of person is if you've always kind of struggled with the concept of God being your father, or the balance between grace and performance. What is grace? And really the balance, there is no balance to grace. Grace is the ultimate message of the gospel, that God is extending his life to you freely. For you to receive adoption as a son or daughter. You become the son of the living God. And so in doing so, understanding that process and understanding the juxtaposition of grace is that we don't just sit and do nothing. There is something that we do in our Christian walk. And why do we do it? And how do we do it? And how do we step out in faith, step out with action, not based on our desire to be accepted by God, but based on our desire to be approved by God. See, there's a fundamental difference between acceptance and approval. And those are the type of things that we'll be covering, and that's the type of information that we'll be covering. I'll be teaching about 45 minutes each night, but most of the time we'll be in a discussion group setting. There'll be some suggestions of things that you should do throughout the week and month. And really, this discipleship group is going to meet once a month. It is eventually going to be a closed group. After our first two meetings, the doors will be closed. Nobody else will be allowed in. And it's a closed group that will exist for 18 months. So we'll meet once a month for 18 months. And then I'll have personal interaction with each member of the group on a regular basis. And so it is indeed something that is going to be very special and very exclusive, if you will. We're only going to have a maximum of 14 people participating. Bess and I, plus up to 12 other people participating in this group. We will shut off the group at 12. So I want to invite you to come. I want you to consider coming. I want to let you know that it's going to be an exciting process where we learn about God as our perfect Father, where we learn about before love. What does that mean? And why am I using that as a title? We learn about how to communicate, how to disciple, not just communicate, how to disciple people into the kingdom. I found that there's a lot of information out there that's truly good on communicating the gospel in a large venue or preaching, but that's not discipling. Discipleship requires relationship, and most discipleship programs look like a Sunday school class without relationship. And this is very relational, and it's going to be developed and it's going to be developed in a way that it can be easily duplicatable. And so, what I'm looking for is out of the discipleship program to impact 12 people in such a way that they could do this with other people. That's the whole idea, is that whatever we do in these 18 sessions together is something that will be internalized to the extent that they can turn around and use it in their daily lives to encourage somebody else in their walk with God in a very real, deep way. So I'm inviting you to come. If you want to be a part of this, call our office, 972-771-8886, and ask for Randy. He's my assistant. He will put you on the list. But we're going to start this Thursday night at 7:15, and I'm inviting you personally to consider coming. Until then, God bless you.